Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial from Timmy the Creator, and this tutorial I'm going to be explaining how you can attach or place trim on your garment or on your design on CLO3D or Marvelous Designer, just like what you can see on my jacket here. You can see that I have 3 ring trim, and when I simulate this and I try to drag, you can see it's going to interact with the trim without falling off. Simulation is turned on and it doesn't fall off. So you are going to be able to create something interactive like this at the end of this tutorial. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share. So welcome back. So now you notice that I have deleted my trim. So now you ask me, where do you get trims from? I get trims from connect.clo. So let me go to my web. So this is my Chrome and this is connect.clo. Just make sure you have an account here and you see a lot of trim, both free and paid. So the trim I used is the ring trim, and if you want to filter it, you can just select price and select free and search for the name of the trim you are looking for. The name of the trim is ring. So you see different kind of ring depending the circular or the curvy bent. Let it load first. So I think let me reset this again. Yeah, so we have something like this, and let's scroll down. So this is the kind of trim I use. You can always scroll down. These are complex trims. So in my next tutorial I will explain how you can use complex trim, or how you can attach your garment to a complex trim like bag buckles and stuff like that. But for now we're going to focus on something like this. So you can come here and download this exact one: metal circular cross section D ring. I already have this downloaded on my PC, so I'm just going to go back to CLO3D to explain how to my Marvelous Designer to explain how to attach it to your garment and simulate it with collision. So let's go back. So this is my garment, so I want to attach this. So the first thing I'm going to do is to draw the pattern, and also where I place internal line on where I want to attach it to. Sorry. So I'm going to select G. G is the shortcut for internal line. So I can just, let me see if I can find the better spot. So I can just place it somewhere around here, and I have to be careful of the measurement. I think the best thing for you to do is to first bring the trim into your well, you can also scale it too. So but let me just create a measurement here, or draw a line here. So I'm going to select G and click on this, and let's say I'm going to set this to, let me right click and set this measurement to probably since it's very small, I'll probably set it to like let's say I'm setting it to 18, and select OK, and click on that line again to end the internal line. So we have something placed at the chest side like this. So I'm going to select Z. I'm going to select the line, and let's say I want to duplicate it or make multiple of that. So I'm going to select Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and before clicking to place it on it, I can right click and then press like one more, so there will be 3 like that. So we have 3 of these. So I'm just trying to replicate that trim I did. So the next thing I will do is to bring the trim. Let's bring the trim inside and place it closer. Then the next thing will be pattern. So I'm going to go to my download. This is my download, and this is the trim here. So I'm just going to drag this inside. There will be a pop-up. Let me see it here. So we have this here. You can see, oh, there's no even pop-up for this, so that's nice. So this is it here. Can you see this is the trim? I just dragged it in. So in case you want to scale your trim to be bigger, you can always click on I think this is to make it bigger. So you can stretch it, just make sure it looks realistic. So make it thicker too. Yeah, so it depends on your choice, but I think I want to use it the way it is. So I'm going to Ctrl Z and Ctrl Z and Ctrl Z. So we have this. Also, in case you want to attach it to somewhere, I think you should click on this, and you can now attach it to any part of the body. Can you see it? See, you can place it to anywhere close to the body, because it's going to move around the body of the garment. You can see it's flat. It's going to move around the body of the garment, so it will never stay far away from the garment. It's going to move around the body of the garment. So I can always move close to this, you see. And this is the tag tool to attach it to use the tag tool to attach the trim to multiple, let me see, multiple points. Well, I don't use this, but I will show you how I'll do mine. So I'm just going to select sorry, not this. So I'm just going to go back here, select this and go back, and I want to use only the gizmo. So yep, I'm going to set it like this. So before placing it, we need to draw a pattern. So I'm going to select let's select Shift A first. Shift A is to bring back our avatar. Then I'll just draw something close to the chest here, because I'm sure this is the position of this. So I'm going to select S, click on this, and we know our width is I think 18, if I'm right. Our width is 18 because based on the internal line I drew, sorry. and then we can just make the height to probably 30. You need something very, very small, but you need to play around with values to get a perfect trim. So we have something like this. So I'm going to bring it closer to this. See, can you see? And let's bring it closer to the trim. I don't know if you can see the trim, or except I change the wool fabric to white so that you can see what I'm doing clearly. Try to click on it. So let's change the fabric to white so we can, because the internal line is not that obvious. Come and apply and close. Yep. So you can see, I think this is clear enough. So this is it, and let me just change it to thin textured mode for now. So I'll know the so we have something like this. So I can just bend it like this, yes, and select like this. Yes, so you have something like this, and this is good. So the next thing is, since we have 15, we need to create a midpoint. So the height is 30, so I'm going to create a midpoint. Select X, and this has to be 15 and 15. Then I'm going to draw an internal line from here to here. Double click. So we are done. Then we are going to use this fold arrangement to select this and like this, and create a curve like this. So you can create a curve like this, yeah. And since we are done, I can select A, or select these two. I think that's Q, sorry, Q, yeah. So select these two. So I'm going to attach this to this. So let me just bring this pattern closer to the chest pattern. Okay, where are we? Where are we? So okay, so I'm going to select N, which is segment sewing, and attach it to this. Still synchronizing, and you can also either attach this one to this, or this one to this. So I can also take this to this. Either of the two is fine. So, and yeah, so we are good to go. So I'm going to select Q, bring this closer. I just need to place this. You can also use the other two. So just bring this closer and just place it inside the hole, and I just put fit in. So this is where you might have issue with patterns. So you have to just make sure that you're using the, you can see this this thing is penetrating inside the trim. So most time I'll probably just use the shrinkage wave to reduce the size a bit. So let's say I'll select this pattern, and I'm going to go to the shrinkage weft. Sorry, I said shrinkage weft, and change this to probably like 90. So by the time I simulate, it's going to reduce a bit in width. You get, it's going to reduce a bit in width. Yeah, but it's not all the time. But just make sure that you have a similar pattern close to the size or the hole where you want your garment or your pattern to pass through. So it's very, very important. So, and another thing again is that when you are simulating with for trim, I feel like trim should be the last thing you should do, because one, it is CPU is slower in simulation. You can make your, especially when you reduce the particle distance, your system might be laggy a bit during the process. So it should be like the last thing you are doing. Do you get? So just make sure that your simulation is on CPU, not on GPU. If you simulate on GPU, your garments will just pass through the, let me show what I'm saying. If I click on GPU now, boom. First of all, another thing again is that you have to make sure that your particle distance of this pattern that you're attaching your trim to, either the front pattern, anywhere, should be low, at least 7. Max should be like 7 if I'm right. Then you can go as low as 6, 5, 3, 4, depending on the capability of your system. So I'm going to select this pattern and reduce the particle distance. You can see it's on 20, it will not work. So I'm going to set it to 7. So when I set it to 7 and I simulate, though it's going to penetrate through. It's not going to even hold the it's not going to interact with the trim at all. But let's simulate and let me show what I'm saying. Can you see what happened? Can you see that it did not interact at all? But you can see there is a hole. It did not interact at all with the trim. So Ctrl Z, and let's change this back to CPU, and let's see if we are going to get a better result. You can see it's interacting with the GPU, but I don't know why it's looking. Can you see this? You can see this. So let me see. You can see it's interacting with the GPU. So I have to just drag this up a bit. No, not the. I'm not. I need to select the pattern and drag this. So, but then I need to go as low as 5. But I won't do that in this tutorial because it's a tutorial and my PC will lag during the process. So I might not be able to finish the tutorial if I reduce it lower than that. So let me just drag. Can see it's interacting. Yep. Can you see this? So I'll probably do the second trim. You can complete the rest yourself. So you can see that it is interacting with the trim and stuff like that. And don't forget that this is thin textured mode. It might not be looking good, but this is thin textured mode. The moment you make it thick, you will see it. It looks, you can see. But then again, you need to reduce the particle distance, and it looks like this thing is still interacting with this. So we can still reduce the trim to since it's the 90. I'll still select the shrink rate wave to let's say 80 again, since I did not get the actual pattern. So it makes it smaller and this penetration can reduce. Okay, I'm coming. Trying to. So we have something like, but the lower the particle distance of the pattern, the more it is easier for the pattern to let go of the trim, because it looks kind of sticky. So like that, yeah. But I think this is okay. So since you are good with this, the next you can just do is to just copy and paste the rest. So I will explain that now. So I am going to select this one, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and you can just right click to and add one more. And so we have something like this. Can you see? I think, let me select B to see if so this B, they are attached to this. Can you see? They're already sewn to each other, but they are not sewn to a to an internal line. Sorry. So I'm going to select N on my keyboard. I'm going to set this to this. I'm going to select this one too and set it to the, where's the third one? This. Then you can use your gizmo tool. Select Q and use your gizmo tool to bring this closer to your internal line, because I want to automatically attach the trim to it. So trim takes time, but it's just but it's interesting anyway. Let me just be like that. Trim, they take time, so because we have to position and arrange it. So I'm going to select this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and drag it inside. Okay, select the pattern, this pattern, yes. Okay, if it doesn't stay well, since it's on the, I'll fix it by myself. I'll just use the gizmo tool to position it properly. So I think the best way to just select this top side, because that will be like the origin of the movement, and I'm just going to rotate it a bit and set it inside, position it inside the hole, and almost there. Hey, no, Ctrl Z. So select this and Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and I think this, okay. Let's go with this. I like this position, so I'll just click on this and take it up and take it to the back. Can you see this? And I think you are good to go. You can just, I don't know, I think we are good to go. So just simulate it. So we have this, so you can see your trim is interacting. So you can just use your gizmo tool to position the looks like some are facing down, some are facing up. So you can just simulate and stop your simulation, sorry, and just make it face down a bit, and just relax. Let's relax on the garment. Yeah, so we have something like this, and boom, simulate. Yeah, so this is just how you can attach your trim. You can see it is simulating, and this looks good. So thank you again for watching this tutorial from Timmy the Creator. If you have any question or any tutorial request, you can always drop it in the comment section. See you in my next tutorial video.